EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Watch the twins.
21, 21. 2.
Garoppolo on first down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Let's put that team on the burst.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Here we go, here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
In your face.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On second down, it's Coleman. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
13.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
180.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All day, dog.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
He's coming.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Second and 7 at the 49ers 11-yard line.
Set. 180.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54.
Check.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Alert.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Shift. Hurry.
He's mine.
On third down, here's Hunt. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up alive. And now look at him go. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Browns nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Browns nothing.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Man, I got you. Mike's 54.
Hey, box truck. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
You got three down.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Pass complete here to Sanders. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run on first down. Coleman. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
They're running it.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here we go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up 4th down.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, 26 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score and the defense. That is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Mayfield on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Trying to get it to Landry there.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in, because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's first and goal. And gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. This is Mostert. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. On second and goal, Garoppolo. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Here we go,
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
21.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Here we go. 180.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 75 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Niners take over
Let's go,
first and
boys.
10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Let him know.
Hey, gun.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up second and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Come on. Tight.
11.
Watch alert.
Block.
Switch.
On second and 9, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And to the 40-yard line. That's where the return stops.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now Chubb. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Safety screaming. Check three, check three, check three.
You got protein spill.
On second down now, it's Hunt, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Watch the run, watch the run. Right there, 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike. Watch the pass. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Watch the pass.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
The 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. From the gun, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
180. I got this.
We got three, fellas. We got
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. This is Breida. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Set.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. 180! They're not ready for this, man.
Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Now Chubb running right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. This San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Bravo. I got it.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 3 yards out, and the Browns have taken the lead. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
180.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On the ground, it's Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check, 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 check. Shit, watch the shit.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They have more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Let's make these babies cry. Hey, Delta.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
3 down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Guys, it's game situation.
Now Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Back to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Real.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Check.
And again, it's Chubb. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns.